Apparently, once is not enough when looking at the worst fast food flops of 2023. In Part 2, we'll see that McDonald's, Burger King, and Subway aren't the only chains to release new items that make you go,
"Alrighty then."
In other words, if it ain't a hit, it's a flop.
Huge disappointment.
Burger King's Fiery Nuggets.
Chicken nugget, I'd like to eat you while I drive.
Spicy nuggets have been all the rage in the past few years. Wendy's struck gold when they unveiled their new spicy nuggets all those years back. They struck a nerve in the collective zeitgeist because when they were struck from the menu, millions of people banded together on social media behind Chance the Rapper to clamor for their return.
I miss being with you.
Over the past few years, it seems like every major chain has attempted some form of spicy chicken nugget. Burger King has never been above imitation, so they tried their hand in this emerging market. Fiery Nuggets are Burger King's answer to all the competition, and we hate to report they've missed the mark. The Fiery Nuggets appear to be Burger King's traditional nuggets, simply dusted in some sort of spicy powder. The flavor is a bit one-dimensional on this one, and it would appear as though the people agree. There are a million different restaurants where you can find spicy chicken, and we think after this showing, Burger King will be one of the last places that people think to check.
I'm gonna have to pass.
Jack in the Box Angry Monster Taco.
How do you feel, Chuck?
I went from happy to angry.
Jack in the Box deserves admiration for being a midnight oasis for those looking for basic sustenance. That being said, they are responsible for a few strange creations over the years. People have described their food as disgusting and perfect, all in the same breath. As a result, they're often shaking up their menu with new and interesting choices. One of these recently added new items is the Angry Monster Taco. If you know anything about Jack in the Box tacos, you know they're a different vibe, and we should expect no less from its angry younger brother. They pair the classic crunchy taco with a vibrant red shell dusted with spices.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
It's reported that this version of the taco is little more than the same taco with a different shell. But hey, Taco Bell has gotten away with it in the past, so who knows? We'll have to stay tuned to find out if this taco will make it long term. Rest assured that even if this failure disappears, Jack in the Box will be ready to unleash another of its wicked creations onto the world.
I got plenty of ideas.
Really?
McDonald's Grimace Shake.
Shake it, baby, shake it!
McDonald's released the Grimace Shake in celebration of the 52nd birthday of the fictional character. It was a promotion that only ran from June to July of 2023. The shake, which was made of vanilla soft serve with berry flavoring, could be bought standalone or with an accompanying meal of fries and your choice of nuggets or a Big Mac. It was a strange promotion, but we've seen stranger, so people thought little of it.
Yeah, no biggie.
Even though people almost instantly declared the shake rather lackluster, the publicity surrounding the whole event absolutely exploded. Users on TikTok began posting strange memes of themselves wishing Grimace a happy birthday before drinking the shake and getting into any number of strange interactions. It took on a life of its own, and the shake actually took a back seat during all of it. They do say that there's no such thing as bad press, but the marketing surrounding Grimace made the berry-flavored milkshake a hard sell. We'll all wait in anticipation for Grimace's 53rd birthday, but we don't know if this infamous shake will be there when he blows out the candles.
We'll see about that.
First time here? Then become an official BabbleTopper by hitting that subscribe button.
Thank you.
Starbucks Cinnamon Caramel Cream Nitro Cold Brew.
Another cold brew? Don't mind if I cold do.
If there's one thing that Starbucks does right, it's coffee. There are a ton of different hot and cold beverage choices, and with the number of ingredients behind the counter, customized drink options are almost endless. Well, occasionally, the higher-ups at Starbucks decide to try their own creations on the general public. Unfortunately, when these pop up on menu boards around the country, the reception is not always a warm one. Such is the case with Starbucks Cinnamon Caramel Cream Nitro Cold Brew, which is an absolute mouthful and not in a good way. Cold brew coffee's all the rage when done correctly, but this was not the case when Starbucks decided to add this one to the menu. It turns out that the bitterness of the cold brew doesn't get any more palatable when you add heaps of cinnamon to it.
Cinnamon, I'm allergic to cinnamon.
It's clear that Starbucks still has a stranglehold on the coffee game, but the consensus is that you should pass this particular drink up next time you stop in for your morning fix.
It wasn't that bad.
bad. It was that bad.
Arby's Big Game Burger.
He promised me ding that was a big meat.
Big meat?
Arby's has the meats, and that's not up for debate. With all the delicious sandwiches coming out of Arby's kitchen, it was only a matter of time until they tried their hand at the burger game. Burgers are not always an easy sell, as much as McDonald's would have you believe. The greatness of a good burger should be in its simplicity.
I love it. It is simply awesome.
A good burger doesn't need guacamole and 13 different cheeses to make a splash, and customers often prefer chains that are able to provide quality while using very few ingredients. Arby's Big Game Burger blends 3 different types of meat, beef, elk, and venison, into a signature patty that is then topped with Swiss cheese, pickles, and fried onions. The whole thing is finished off with a dark cherry steak sauce, which is supposed to tie it all together. Arby's only released this burger for a week earlier in the year, but without the blitz of marketing that usually leads up to a release of this size, the Big Game Burger passed the world by like a ship in the night. The few people that tried the burger say that there was a lot going on, and while it wasn't terrible, the Arby's price point made it hard to stomach. We don't see the Big Game Burger taking the world by storm, especially with the fact that game meat is notoriously hard to source. It remains to be seen if there truly is a taste for wild game in the fast food market, but you can guarantee that Arby's will lead the charge.
Challenge accepted.
White Castle French Toast Sliders.
Hey, put that back. No eating until we get to White Castle. Yo, let's roll.
White Castle certainly isn't the most popular fast food institution, but it has something that the bigger names don't: a cult following. The slider-based chain has always marched to the beat of their own drummer, ignoring the noise coming from other titans in the food space. They serve a product that a certain demographic goes absolutely crazy for, and as a result, innovation has been a bit stale over the last few decades. So imagine everyone's surprise when White Castle announced that they were rolling out a new sandwich. But wait, hold the presses. This slider is for breakfast.
Breakfast is a big boy's most important meal of the day.
The chain's French toast sliders are pretty much exactly what you would imagine. Instead of the famous steamed buns, you're getting 2 slices of French toast. All the breakfast staples are here to play as well. The patty is made of sausage, which is then topped with a fluffy egg. It would appear as though White Castle was attempting to cash in on the popularity of the McGriddle, but once again, theory and practice are 2 different things. While there isn't any record of people hating this sandwich, its quick disappearance speaks volumes to its popularity, or lack thereof. We've learned that there's more than one reason a product can flop, and it looks like branching into a market where you hold little clout is one of those reasons.
Better luck next time.
Subway Deli Heroes.
You bring me a sandwich?
Oh no, we didn't go to the deli today.
Subway is planted firmly in the middle of the Venn diagram between eating healthy and getting your fast food fix. They've been slinging sandwiches ever since 1965, when 2 fledgling owners opened their first shop with a mere investment of $1,000. Customers who frequent the chain know that you might pay a little more, but the expectation is that you're paying for quality. And for the most part, Subway has been able to uphold their end of the bargain. However, some customers are displeased with the new sandwiches that are showing up on Subway menus, or rather, the price at which they're being sold. Subway's Deli Heroes are the chain's spin on famous deli sandwiches. Subway promises 33% more meat in their Deli Heroes, and when you see the price tag, that becomes the biggest concern. We all remember the rise and fall of the $5 footlong, so to introduce a sandwich that's nearly 3 times this price is a bit silly. With the cost of inflation slowly forcing more and more people to get their meals at home, this move by Subway is slightly puzzling. Customers have responded in kind, choosing to refuse these flashy new sandwiches in favor of old staples.
Not cool!
When an item takes up 80% of your store's real estate, you'd better be selling a lot of that item, and this is just not the case with the Deli Heroes. Here's hoping that Subway wises up and lowers the prices on these new sandwiches. People might actually taste them all in that case.
I eat 3 every day to help keep me strong.
Sonic's barbecue chip seasoned tater tots.
Tater tot?
Tater tots are not something you'll find on your average fast food restaurant's menu. It's an old classic that hit the brakes to make room for everyone's favorite burger side, French fries. So when you come across tater tots on a menu, it generally means that they're there for a reason. Sonic is one of the major dispensers of these fried potato nuggets, so when they announced a new line in the form of their barbecue chip seasoned tots, people were already on board.
Shut up and take my money!
Unfortunately, after trying them, people were singing to a different tune. To put it simply, these are Sonic tater tots with barbecue chip seasoning on top. That's it. Mystery solved. Sonic has some ride or die fans that clamored for them, but people from outside the Sonic sphere were left scratching their heads. If there was an award for littlest effort, we're pretty sure these would take the cake. Sonic does many things well, but we're guessing these could have used a little more time in the development phase.
Take your time, take your time.
Shake Shack's White Truffle Menu.
That sounds expensive.
Shake Shack has made their mark on the burger industry over the past decade. This NYC chain burst onto the scene by making their burgers and fries in a way that provides consistency and quality. Just over a year ago, Shake Shack unveiled a new line of limited items made with the help of black truffles. Burgers, fries, and other less popular menu items were all given an overhaul and made fresh with the one-of-a-kind flavor of this rare fungi. The menu was a hit, and Shake Shack employees were thankful when the craze ended. It was just supposed to be a limited time thing, right?
Wrong-o.
Well, in the search for endless profit, Shake Shack has now resorted to an even more highly sought-after ingredient from the same family. White truffle takes center stage on a similar themed 2023 menu. Well, it seems that you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice because the comeback tour has been less than a success. With the addition of white truffle comes a higher price point, and when you can't escape a Shake Shack without spending double digits, people begin to wonder if a sit-down restaurant is more their speed.
I'm not made of money!
McCrispy.
Chicken again? We have chicken every day. I'm tired of chicken.
It seems like all fast food chains want a shot at the chicken game.
Oh, what a great opportunity.
Contenders aren't satisfied with watching chicken chains sit back and rake in all the profits from fried chicken sales, and as a result, many of our favorite brands have attempted to create their own version. They say that imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, but in McDonald's case, we're not sure this holds true. Earlier in 2023, after being on the menu for around 2 years, the chicken sandwich was finally rebranded as the McCrispy. While this item isn't new to 2023, its name is. And when McDonald's stopped calling it by its previous name and gave the sandwich an official moniker, it finally made the offering real. In turn, a whole new wave of customers rode the marketing campaign wave directly to McDonald's doors. And what did they find? Well, it turns out that McDonald's, even with its popularity and household name, is still not able to craft a sandwich that would make a Chick-fil-A or Popeyes fan blush. When you break into a market that already has a clear frontrunner, it's hard to avoid the comparison that will naturally follow. Such is the case with the McCrispy. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but fans of other more famous chicken sandwiches will probably not even give this one a passing glance. It's sad to say, but this flop is an example of a pretty decent sandwich being overshadowed by greatness. Don't shed a tear for the Golden Arches, however. We hear that their bottom line is still doing just fine.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
Stick around, leave us a comment, hit that subscribe button, and tap or click on another great video.